We're here.
We're here
We're
daily
doing it.
talking about brand settings in
Yes.
your Workstand admin. There are settings that
Mhm.
you want to control from a brand level, most of which you can also control at the item level, product level. But let's talk about how you do that when you want to control everything that happens for a particular brand. So if you go to settings, commerce, and brands, this is the list of brands. And as you
Yeah.
can see here, you can edit it, you can delete them. Now, you can't edit or delete some of these because these come from the library. So you can't change the name of a brand that we've put in the library because, the brand likes their name and they want to keep it that way. And then it lets you know that if it's in compliance with the way we set it up, because you have control over these settings as far as is the shopping cart enabled? Can it be shipped? Is it available for pickup? And then there's this map policy. If they participate in our map policy, which we call price
Price
integrity,
integrity.
price
Cor-
integrity, then
Yes.
that's noted here. And in fact, we're going to look at one of those that I happen to know does that so that we
Oh
can
yeah.
see all the settings. So if we look at Thule here, we've set this up. It's in compliance with the way we set it, which would be in compliance with what the brand told us. It also is using the price integrity tool. And so if we edit this, then these are the settings you can control at the brand level. And for each of these, and like I mentioned, you can't change the name Thule. They like their name and they don't want us changing it as users. Then you can decide if the shopping cart's on. So by default, we've set it up to use the workstand settings that the cart is enabled. You can see that because the little uh, check boxes there and grayed out. If you want to override that, let's say you just, for whatever reason, you don't want to have the cart enabled for Thule, then you can override that setting and you can disable the cart. And we'll put that back so I don't mess my site up. And then fulfillment methods. Can this thing be picked up in store and can it be shipped? The
Mhm.
settings per the brand say yes. You can see they're there and kind of grayed out. But again, we can override that. It gives you a little message to make sure because it's going to do it immediately. And once it finishes that little setting, then now this stuff is ready to be updated. So let's say we want it to be available for pickup in store. We don't want to ship to. So that's how we can do that. And you can also have it be the same settings for all categories from that brand or
Mhm.
different. So let's say maybe it's a bike brand
Right.
and a good example of this is Trek where there's
Mhm.
bikes and parts and accessories. So maybe you don't want to have it ship bikes, so you can turn that off, but you do want to let it ship the other stuff, clothing and that kind of stuff. So you have control over these pieces and parts. Oh, I should have done all of that. I just wanted to do
Mhm.
bikes. You have control over those pieces and parts that way.
Mhm.
And that gives you pretty good control over is the cart on or off? Is it shippable or pick up in store based on all the way down to different categories from the same brand? And then, of course, you can turn these pickup locations off and on. And then here's that map protection part. So you definitely want to keep map protection or price integrity on because that's what keeps you from, you're having a sale that maybe you accidentally set some prices too low.
Mhm.
You don't want that showing up on your website and violating that policy. If they give us a printed policy, so to speak, we'll have it here. Thule did not. But then they also have this price file that they will update from time to time. To keep that, you can download that price file. So if you want that information to update what's in your point of sale or for some other reason, you can download what we have there for their map policy price file.
Mhm.
How's that?
That was good. That was beautiful and concise.
Yeah, that's good. So, any
Mhm.
other questions? Did we miss anything?
No, I think that was the big one. I think those are all the big things. I think that the level that you can kind of drill down to is important to remember. You can look at by category.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this falls into one of those categories we've talked about where don't feel like it's a set and forget thing.
Hmm.
You may have a period of time where you're super busy and or you're understaffed and you can't handle shipping for a particular product. So cool, come in here, override the setting, turn that off for a while, come back later when things are back to normal, turn it back on.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, or some of
doesn't have to be
those.
a one-time decision.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Good.
like it.
All
Very
right.
good.
Well, guess we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.